shit, but you know what? This one is... Man, I'm just fucking everything up. This is what happens, Paul.
Shit. This is what happens when you come to the streams. Don't come anymore. Should have stayed at your birthday.
I should have. I want to
I don't know.
I want to hang out with my best friends though.
Aww.
Oh, man.
I'm really excited for that cake.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Cake is cake. I've been eating healthy lately, and it's pretty crappy.
It's one of those handmade. I mean, I guess all cakes are handmade, right?
No,
To some degree.
it's machine-made cakes.
So what do we think? We're good here, right?
Good.
Let's just make sure that this
It's
live, public.
pecan
Although, why is it showing you here?
I like
It looks
cake.
bomb.
pecan coconut pie. There you go.
It looks good.
Cake.
I like cake that's made of ham.
I'm like food drunk, dude.
Alright, we're good there. We're
Good
good
here,
here.
Go live.
See if our restream thing. I
Where'd
don't
you
know
guys
why
go
it
for
still
dinner?
says connecting.
We're good though.
I don't know. He's pretty busy. I was looking at this
We're good.
book on everything.
Seems
I
like
forget
Paris
the scientist's name, but
Yeah.
you know how Yosemite
Go live.
is like a volcano?
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to
Time
find
is
where
up.
the crater was for the
Yosemite,
past
sorry.
explosions
I don't know.
in Yosemite.
She's seen a comedy show until
They're,
now.
they're walking around surveying
But
the
she
territory,
hasn't
looking
confirmed
for a
that.
big crater. It wasn't until they took a helicopter over the area that they realized the entirety of Yosemite is a freaking crater.
What they were walking in, yeah.
So massive.
Yosemite's so dope.
Yep.
Actually, I went to Mammoth last summer, but I didn't go through
What's it
Yosemite.
fetching?
Like I usually drive through Yosemite, but I went through
Is it
north
live
of
though?
there, like Stanislaus.
Right.
There's like a military base up there, which is crazy. Like right before you get to the highway that goes to Tioga, to Yosemite, and down to Mammoth and stuff. What is it, 395, I think? It's crazy. It's like they have all these
I need to
hot
go check
springs
it
and
out.
shit.
Just wild. They were
Fast, huh?
in this book. They were describing how much larger if Yosemite exploded again, how much larger it would be than Krakatoa. In
Yeah.
Krakatoa, the sound went around the world 9 times.
It's just alive,
So
right?
imagine
Right click.
Yosemite. It said it would like
Control.
deafen people 1,000 miles away.
Oh wow, so fucking smart, Paul.
Oh, thank you.
I like the
That'd be
background.
insane.
I'm kind of covering his face though.
You're watching comments
That's
on
Dwight, right? Dwight,
that? Yeah.
our homie Dwight.
Homie Dwight.
Wizite.
Dwight
Oh
Shrew.
man, I put this on.
Yeah, he has an episode where they play paintball once, and then he also gives paintball lessons in the white elephant.
So if anybody's watching this, let us know if our sound's sync, if our picture's clear, if we look like fools, if we are fools, and that way we know that our looks match our.
Yeah, we'll know that we're all good.
And
Yeah,
that's the
and
case.
definitely thank you guys for being here, because I was playing what was it, Team
With
Fortress
yourself?
2 today,
My cockles.
and I mentioned out loud that I was doing that I was part of the paintball live stream, and the first response was, "I can't imagine anything more boring." Well, we like it. And I hope you do too. So I can get this koozie
Do you
on.
want headphones, Paul? Or are you good?
Good.
What time is it?
It is 8,
Oh,
7:58.
perfect.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So PBDnA with Jorge, special guest Jorge.
With Jorge,
RIP.
Rip Andre.
Rip Andre.
Almost Rip Paul.
Yeah.
But
No, I was.
Paul made it.
Paul got
So-
food drunk. Paul bailed and then was back in
Were you already?
5 minutes.
No, that was a psych.
You were already Tokyo drifting your way over here.
I was at the Best Buy when I tricked Dad. I
was
wanted
like,
to trick
man.
Dad.
So today's episode is Pump Autococker in honor of
Sunny Foam Marine.
Kind
Yeah.
of tastes a cookie.
yeah, not really though.
This
So
episode is all about the various pump autocockers that there are.
Yeah. You know the.
No, not snipers. We're not playing airsoft here. They're autocockers and they're pumps.
so you have to think if someone buys an autococker and then converts it to a pump, is it a sniper or is it a pump autococker? If it was originally assembled from the factory as an autococker.
I think the only thing
Is the serial number? Well, do they? They
No.
don't sell snipers anymore.
Well, no,
do
they don't sell any of them anymore. But
Okay.
well, no, they actually do sell the Empire sniper now. But
But when
Which they
WGP was
did
last making
call a
autocockers, were they selling snipers?
they were selling snipers, but I don't know up till what point. Probably not like the last year. Although some of the Jeff Orr guns were sold as pump carnivores
Pumps.
or snipers.
But
Or-
I feel like I only saw sniper in advertisements referring to a specific sniper 1, sniper 2, sniper 3. If you had a non-WGP pump, well, it wasn't a sniper, it was just some kind of pump cocker.
Well, did the serial numbers, did they go straight from sniper into autocockers or what? Do you know, Dan?
So, okay,
Well,
so
of course you know.
of course I do. So the serial numbers. Man,
That's
it's got
sick.
like way too many windows open here. And I'm trying to get our comments up, and every time I try to close these, it pops up with a new.
I think
No.
you got a virus.
I definitely have a virus. I have a whole bunch of viruses. That's why I'm bending over like this to try to spread some viruses to you.
Virus.
Virus. It's my virus hole.
Ew.
So,
Paul's super into the virus.
I guess let me give a quick rundown of what we're talking about today.
Well, actually, first let's answer Connor's question.
Jorge's
Question. Sorry, Jorge. So the serial numbers on snipers. So, oh my God. Okay, so the serial number obviously started at
Damn, that shirt is sick. That shirt is awesome.
his Dr. Octagon shirt.
Yeah.
You guys are
The
more
Dr. Octagon
ADHD
shirt
than
that's
I
in
am.
your back there.
Fuck.
Where
Dude.
is the chat? Here we go.
Could've
Here's
been
our
yours.
chat. We have no chat going
You
on.
pissed Dan off when you told him that he was.
Because we've spoken about
shit.
nothing yet.
We've covered so many topics in such a small amount of time that we're probably people just can't handle it. Okay, so sniper serial numbers. So sniper
Yes.
ones were basically 1 to 1,000.
Okay.
They continued after 1,000, but there was, I believe, some gap between, maybe 1,100 or 1,200 and 2,000. Because basically around the time, a lot of things happened right around 1990 with Bud Orr. He began to purchase different machines that would actually allow him to make the Sniper 2 bodies in a faster manner. So as he was able to kind of output Sniper 2s faster, he started using up his supply of Sniper 1 parts. And I believe with the Sniper 2 body, which is significantly different than the Sniper 1 body, it has a built-in sight rail, whereas the Sniper 1 has just a sight rail that's screwed onto the top. And it's like a flat top with a screwed-on sight rail. There's actually none in there. But so the Sniper 2s most likely started at 2,000.
Okay.
2,000 serial number, or serial number 2,000. And then they were using up Sniper 1 parts on those, like pump handles, grip frames. The last grip frame that was used on the Sniper 1 was I call it like the transitional frame. It's kind of between the Sniper 2 or Ranger stock frame and the Sheridan frame.
Don't they call those like Sniper 1.5s?
They do. They call those guns that are Sniper 2 bodies with Sniper 1 parts, Sniper 1.5s. But essentially,
4.5 sniper.
essentially they are Sniper 2 bodies with Sniper 1
Yeah.
parts.
So one question that I'd have is, once they went from snipers to autocockers, were they always called autocockers or were they called autococking snipers?
Okay, so the first autocockers that were coming out were autococking snipers, and then like the Sniper 1 number 2 that I have that has the autococking kit on it, that would be an autococking sniper. But essentially, all of the first autocockers were autococking snipers.
So
Because that's what the manual said. It said the WGP autococking sniper.
okay, so what was the first gun actually called an autococker?
I mean the autococker. That was an easy one, right?
Yeah, but no.
But
when,
was an
when did
autococking
the-
sniper an
when-
autococker?
At what point did it go from autococking sniper?
I
to
don't know.
autococker?
I'm not sure about that.
Because now you're actually lending credibility to the fact that all guns are snipers and anything that's not a
Yeah.
sniper is
An
an
autococking.
autococking sniper, which means I'm wrong,
Mhm.
which I really don't like.
Could be a possibility.
Well, it would have to be a question for Bud Orr, I guess. But
We'll have to get.
Really,
Sure
really,
he'd
I
want to
mean,
answer that.
what's that?
I'm sure he'd want to answer that.
Yeah, really, I mean, what traditionally is a sniper is the pump, the body with the pump on it, and what is traditionally the autococker is the body with the pneumatics.
Right.
So when you take the pneumatics off and put the pump kit on, that is traditionally the sniper.
So I've had some arguments this week with people because when I got into the sport, which was late 90s, there weren't any snipers really around. People weren't playing much pump where I was from, or actually, I don't know, all over
Rouse.
LA there weren't that many pumps. And
Yeah.
so all we saw were these things called autocockers, and basically we started playing pump and we slapped pump kits on them, so we called them pump cockers. So it just seems like people from, I guess, my era tended to call them pump cockers, and people from the early 90s and late 80s tended to call them snipers. So is one wrong? Is one right? I don't know. Probably the way you're talking about it, we should have been calling them snipers the whole time and we just didn't have the right education about the guns. So am I going to start calling them snipers? Probably not, because pump cocker is ingrained in me.
Okay, so
Sorry, guys.
if everyone wants Benji to refer to them as snipers,
yeah,
then you
we'll
need
put it
to.
to a vote.
Yeah,
Well,
let's put a
no.
poll up this
Forget about the poll. You just need to harass him
week.
through whenever you see him in person, whenever you see him post online, whenever you see any post he puts up on Instagram. It's a sniper Benji, not a pump autococker.
That might change. That might change
Yeah.
how I approach
Yeah,
these guys.
But you could also fight back. You could say, it's what I want to call it. It is what I want
So
to
it's
call it.
what we called it. You guys are in the past.
Step
It's
into
not
the
wrong
future.
anymore.
that's what we called it 20 years ago.
Yeah. Do we have any
Things
comments,
no.
Paul?
Yeah.
What are people saying? I want to hear about the hate that's going straight at
Let's
Benji.
see.
Yeah.
Dirt Gadberry says, snipers bitches. I'm like pulling off the chrome off of this.
Whoa! Don't dechrome that stock.
Wait, it's chrome beneath it.
No, I think it's
It's chrome on chrome on
I
chrome.
think it's polish. It's
Wrong,
okay.
Wrong King wants to know where Dan's burrito is.
No burrito, but I do have a nice shirt, Ron.
Cocker,
You
alright.
have- you
We
have a
have,
sandwich you
we
can
have
eat,
Dirt
I'm sure,
Gadberry
also, yeah.
saying sniper. We have Steven. I forgot I always have to say your last name. Sandersola saying cocker. So it's 1-1.
Well, he's
You
not
guys
even
gotta
saying.
comment.
He's not even saying pump cocker. He's just saying cocker. So I think
But
maybe
we're
he
talking
missed
about
the
pumps.
point.
We're talking about pumps. He's saying cocker. It's a cocker pump. We're good to go.
So then, can Gene sell sniper parts on autocockerparts.com? It's really confusing, Gene. I think you
Should
need
call
to make
it
sniperparts.com.
Sniperparts.com.
Sniperparts.com, Gene,
Slice kit for the snipers.
for the sniper, not for
They're
the
actually
autococker.
not compatible with autocockers. They're only compatible with snipers.
Well then, I think you would call an SHO a
Steven says
pump
pump
autococker.
cocker. He reiterated his point. It's a pump cocker. It's 1-1. You know what? Judging by the comments from this stream, I'm either going to call it a pump cocker or a sniper.
You're gonna just do whatever you want. We know you better than that, Benji.
Nope. If enough people say sniper, if it's snipers beat cocker pumps, I'm just going to call it a sniper from now on. I will acquiesce my defeat.
So, anyway, that addresses the title of today's show.
Yeah.
Tell us what
It's
we're
a good
covering
rundown. Yeah, what are we
today,
going
Benji.
to go over, Benji?
Well,
Give us
we
some
pretty
time.
much just wanted to cover some cool guns and random gear. We can go through really quickly the games that are coming up, which are the Ambush Toy Drive, which is this Saturday the 16th at Ambush Paintball.
Hey, Paul, can we get a digital clock on the wall? Because Benji's covering this really quick.
Just have it like
I don't know
fly
how to do
by.
that.
Maybe run by
That game, it's...
Sorry,
I didn't
guys.
see it specified that it was a pump-only game. I know it's going to be mostly pump players playing, but if you only have a mech, I think you're free to join. If you bring 2 wrapped toys, it's $5 for entrance and air. And yeah, it's all for a good cause, so show up and play.
Wrapped or unwrapped?
Wrapping?
It said wrapped, and then
And the thing
Sonny,
that I saw from
Sonny
Sonny
made a
said
big
unwrapped.
post that said unwrapped, so I have no idea.
If we could get some clarification, that would be great.
Yeah.
Just bring some toys.
I'm pretty sure Andre's gonna phone the answer in at any moment. So
Oh man,
keep watching the lines.
Connor's just gonna rip out a foam from a sofa on the sidewalk and wrap it and give it.
Dude, that's what I
we've
used to
got
play
3
with.
for pump cocker. We've got 3 for pump cocker. Robert Brandon says a pumped cocker. Steven Delgado, pump cocker. Glenn Forrester says it's a ranger before a sniper.
Okay, well he's obviously wrong because he's just intermixing Nelson and
Ooh.
snipers. So that's just. I mean, he needs to go back to like 1989
This
and
whole
like
thing
re-examine
back
it.
Glenn says you're not welcome at ambush.
Ooh, I'm gonna be wearing my my mask, Glenn. Maybe he won't be able to recognize.
Dirk is having a meltdown. He's in the corner going, sniper, it's a sniper, it's a sniper, it's a sniper. Alright, what else do we got? We got Bocce Mountain. If you guys are up in NorCal, Dan's having a game on the 23rd, right?
It's always a good event.
The weekend of the 23rd.
As long as it doesn't
Saturday
rain,
and
right?
Sunday, right?
That Saturday, unless it rains, which according to VB, it's supposed to rain.
Alright, so
I bet
that's
he's
Saturday.
stoked on that. Burn some brush.
Yeah, brush burning.
We got another
And anything
SoCal.
else.
We got another SoCal stock game on the 30th. That is all pump. And
The 31st or the 30th?
The 30th.
Are there going to be any more games in the year after that? Or
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe.
Okay.
After the 30th?
I'm
Probably the.
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure.
somebody will play on the 31st.
Okay, so Dan, how did you like Lynn's game, which was the charity game this past weekend?
Is that? Can you see that in the video, Paul?
No.
You should showcase that.
Yeah, I mean that needs to be like our prime showcase right there.
Paul's doing some vape tricks.
VapeTricks.com.
So Dan's ADDing out, but
So yeah,
Dan
we
had
had
an
the
old school booth.
not Dan. We had an old school.
We
booth.
had a paintball history booth at Lynn's charity game this last weekend.
And not we as in these guys because
I was there.
Jorge's got a hurt shoulder and Paul.
What were they doing?
And
I
Paul,
was
let's just
sleeping.
leave it at that. You were
Paul
sleeping.
was sleeping.
You
He
were
was
sleeping.
saving all of his energy for the stream today.
Yeah.
Right. So
I think neither
and
he nor Andre wanted to drive, probably. Is what happened.
Yeah, I think
Oh
so.
yeah. I didn't want to drive. I
Yeah.
didn't want to drive, so I was like, yeah.
So Dan brought out a ton of nice guns, including this pretty piece of work right here.
And this.
Yeah.
This pretty piece of work
And
right
Dan,
here.
explain what these are.
Okay, so this is the Master Blaster. This is the paint gun that Tim McMurray at Mac 1 challenged Aaron Carter and Stan Russell to build with the Mark 1 Crossman pellet pistol. And he was like, hey, you know, if you guys want to build pump handles for me, then try to make a paintball gun with this, and, you know, we'll see what you can do.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pump forward.
So, pump it forward.
You should do some GoPro with it. Show the workings of it.
I'm afraid.
Nah, forget it. It's good enough here.
It looks
Good
dope.
enough.
GoPro always messes it up. And it's fed.
Hear that challenge, Paul?
How are the balls fed?
Okay,
up?
so
Sorry.
coffee down.
Yeah, you
Right.
told us you were going to tell us.
Yeah, let's go with the
a,
GoPro. Are we on with the
Steven
GoPro?
said we lost audio.
Yep.
Guys, is audio working? Audio?
Oh, the audio recorder just turned off. Let me turn it
Nice.
back on.
Stream's over. Stream's over.
Hey, Dan,
R.I.P.
post. Please say changing battery. Audio back in a minute.
In a couple seconds, hopefully.
25 Go viewers see on it. Facebook.
Audio.
Let's see if we got audio now.
Okay. Says can hear. Lucas says we're good.
Hold on, I gotta take these batteries out.
Un momento. Hey, they're still saying audio is good, so.
Okay, well, I think that maybe it switched to the internal speakers when that happened.
Paul, are you even doing
Okay.
anything over there?
Okay, we should,
Should be back up. Okay.
although we're not getting any feedback here.
Everyone else is saying it's good, so let's roll with it.
What?
Clap your hands.
Give it 1 sec, guys.
Yeah.
Battery ran out on the audio recorder.
Let me switch this off and on and see if we still have.
Dan, you smell like cheese and cured meats.
Oh yeah, we need to change our battery.
Dropping viewers, man. We're dropping.
It's okay. They can be patient.
Okay. So in the meantime, I'll just freaking show this thing off.
I remember seeing that in junior high online when I was in the paintball club at school.
Paintball club.
Yeah, we had a paintball club. I forgot. I think we went paintballing like once.
Really? You bought your. Okay. Do we have a bars on there now?
Yeah.
All right. So let us know if our audio's back. Should be.
Okay.
let's wait till we get some feedback on how it sounds, and then I'll explain the Master Blaster.
Okay.
So once we get some feedback, then
Yeah,
we'll
they
start
said
on Master
audio's
Blaster.
fine.
Okay, so we also have the red bar here, or the yellow bar here, in terms of our stream quality.
We will show the mag-fed pump in a second.
Oh shit, I'm still on my GoPro. So.
Okay, no, we want to be on the GoPro right now. Are we still on the GoPro? Okay, so here is the Master Blaster, and it's reverse cocking. So if you want to cock it, you have to pump it forward like that, then pump it back, and then it will actually elevate your paintball into the breech right here. And then
call that elevator gun.
you pull the trigger, and the hammer smashes back into the valve here. Let your air out.
Smash it, homie.
Smash it, and then here's your feed plug. You
Wait,
load
what
your
is it?
paintballs in the lower.
Hey, so
tube.
give Paul the gun after so we can see what you're talking about. Okay. So,
Brand new, huh?
Are we back on main? Close to brand new. Stan Russell shot pellets out of it at people while he was playing paintball. So
Nice.
okay, so yeah, basically Dan had a ton of various guns set up at the booth with little cards explaining a little bit about them, giving the history, when they were made, who made them, etc.
Yeah,
And
we
we had a lot of people come through and check it out. A lot of people asking questions. Dan, the paintball historian, made sure to answer everything, and feel like we got a lot of people more interested in the old school guns who maybe didn't even know that they were still kicking around.
yeah, people were excited about it.
Yeah, I saw a lot
How's
of.
it going over there, Paul? Is everything seem to be okay?
It's all
Okay,
good.
cool.
So I saw a lot of people who actually hadn't played since the '90s stop by, and they were like having flashbacks, like, "Oh man, haven't seen that gun in so long." So it's pretty cool. So Dan, what gun are you holding there?
So this is the Autococker, formerly known as Prince. This was made by Brad Nessel. I thought he said around 94, 95, but he did write in your Facebook or your Instagram post that it was 90, that the Autococker is from 91 or 92. And, it would be most likely a 92 Autococker, because I think the serial number underneath the front block right here is 8000.
Yeah.
So
And I think the coolest part about this gun is not necessarily the body and the stock, because there are a lot of very cool bodies and stocks out there,
Mhm.
but it's this front block and foregrip combo.
Exactly.
The front block is kind of huge, but it's milled perfectly so that, I mean, if you turn around, show them the other side, that the pump rod just slides in with barely any clearance, except it goes so smoothly. It's finesse.
It's a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece. This is
A couple
the Fabergé egg of paintball.
A couple of my favorite things about it are that the feed neck is actually welded in, and the finger grooves on the trigger are actually welded on. And also this just giant, this just giant front block is, I don't know, it's just like a different way of putting it together.
Yeah.
Well, it's so cool with the foregrip.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Have you actually used it?
No. I think I probably got it like a year ago, or maybe more. But
Where'd you pick it up?
at one time it was sold on PBDnA in like a charity kind of auction thing, and the guy who bought it there sold it to me.
Is it Jorge Cervantez?
No, but I heard he has a couple.
I do. I have the blue one and the green one, actually.
The blue and the green one.
What about these grip panels?
So the grip panels are...
Because I see, is that Bitcoin code? Or what is
I can't remember what it... I think it's Wingdings,
in
maybe.
Wingdings font? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it says. Brad would have to answer that. But the other side is...
So these are the original grip panels and everything.
I think so, because
Yeah.
this side is... The O is for Olympic paintball, which maybe he was working at Olympic at the time. It's a shop in Texas.
Okay.
Might have been between Brits, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and Paintball Max, I think he was.
And we kind of pestered Brad this week. I guess various people, after seeing pictures of the gun, asking if he would make more. And unfortunately, he's not making any more of these right now, but he's seemed happy to answer questions about it. So if you want to know anything else about it, hit him up. He's BQ Nessel on Instagram.
He does a lot of really cool
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen some
He
of like
does.
custom Phantom that he made, where
Mhm.
it just looked like a space gun. Like
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
balls.
I think Ralph Terrell, I think I'm saying that right, has that one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that one was, or Brad said that one was destroyed during anodizing. I think it was maybe acid bath or whatever it's called, where you strip the ano or or maybe it was polished too much, but something maybe destroyed the tolerances. It still looks really nice though.
Like
You
the
really got to
Joker
see if
and
you can get
Batman.
this working, but I'm seeing the bent RAM, so you probably have to switch that out,
It's okay.
maybe. Alright,
So
so
the RAM actually moves. The lug's not
Still
catching,
fine?
but yeah, I'd say the RAM's fine. Why not?
yeah, we got to see if we can get that up and running. So before
Maybe who do you think we could have work on this?
Well, it is an autococking sniper, so maybe send it over to PaintBall.com. Tim
Oh.
Furpo at PaintBall.com.
Paintball Tech. Is he one of your sponsors, Jorge?
He used to be, but we had a little falling out. But it's okay. I still stand by his work.
Before we go on to the next gun, which is this masterpiece,
to
we
say
have a
Super
question
heavy.
from Joe Maddie for you, Dan. For anyone, ever use a unique sporting pod pack? If so, how do they compare to modern pod packs?
I had a unique that I used for a long time. It was a 3 or 4 tube OD green vertical pack with the Velcro flaps, and I stopped using it because the Velcro just wouldn't stick anymore. But
That's
I mean,
probably going to be an issue with a lot of the unique packs out there.
well, I mean, mine was heavily
check.
used. A lot of them, I mean, they made so many packs that you can still find them that
Yeah.
are in pretty much perfect condition, and they don't have the problem of elastic wearing out because there's very little elastic on them.
Did I give you one last week?
Yeah, you did.
I've had a couple in the past,
Probably had
and
it blown out.
I
Little
felt like they're not necessarily as tight on your body as the more modern packs with the elastic straps. So
Do it.
I prefer
Bite
just a
your fucking
standard
tongue off.
NXC pack or something like that. But
I mean, when I'm not
They're
using
pretty cool.
unique, I'm always using circle. I'm always using circle packs. I stand by the circle pack.
Circle was a good company.
Circle's pretty good.
I mean, a unique pack would probably be cool for more of a scenario game. If you're playing airball, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
Well, I mean the
It's gonna jump
the
around.
vertical. No, that's not
Check out the
necessarily
Velcro
I like
on that
circles,
one,
though.
dude.
Circle's made some great.
By the way,
head wraps
speaking about
that I really
Velcro,
like.
if you're gonna
Well,
list something on
They look kind
eBay,
of like that, but like
you
the
can't
pink one.
list Velcro in the title.
Why?
Yeah,
It's
you
a
can't.
copyrighted word. I just
Yeah.
had like a
It's
ton
a
of
company
listings
name.
removed
Velcro
because
is
it
a
said
company.
Velcro.
Yeah.
It's a company name.
It's a misconception that it's actually the name.
It's
of,
called hook and tooth connection system.
Yes.
Is the correct
Or
term.
actually, I found out that
That's true.
you literally just can't write it with a capital V Velcro. It can be lowercase Velcro. It can be all uppercase as long as it's not the way they use it.
You guys want to know another crazy thing?
Sure.
Yeah. let's
Yeah.
hear it.
You know the Tadao Yakuza board?
Yep.
If you write that in the PayPal description,
Oh
it-
yeah, you'll
it
get.
frees your payment.
Because
Because they think it has to do with the
Yakuza.
Yakuza, yeah.
I've heard about that from several people. So yeah,
Happened
if
to
you're
me.
gonna
Well, what if you're
buy
selling
or
blood?
sell a Tadao Yakuza board, just write it that you're buying or selling a
One
Tadao.
What if
time-
you're selling blood?
This is
and
a
you
great-
And you write, "I'm buying blood," and they think it's from Blood's the gang. Think that ever
So
happens?
this is a great
I don't-
story, but you know what else is a great story? One
I
time it
don't
snowed on
think
my birthday.
It's a good thing you had that snow gear.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people wanted to see this piece of work a bit more.
Ooh.
I don't know that they necessarily wanted to see it more. I think we really just brought it out because we kept having the argument of can you use the apex on here with first strike, and that's what we hope to find out.
Yeah.
Can you?
We don't really think that an apex will affect a first strike ball because it's not giving it backspin because you can't spin a first strike in the barrel.
I mean, I think because of the shape of it, it's getting propelled forward, and it's just going to keep going forward.
it might
it's not
just-
going to spin it.
It might just have a weird angle to it.
Yeah, it could.
So-
But I don't think it's going to spin it so it's going like end over end.
Right, it's definitely
You
not
know?
going to do that.
This is pretty cool. I didn't
So
realize
we're
it just
probably gonna
pops up.
do some live
It's
streaming
badass.
this weekend
Before
with
we go
it
full on.
at Ambush, so you can watch us in game with it, and we're gonna edit some video and see how it played. Dan and I are gonna use 2 over-the-shoulder backpack-mounted GoPro rigs, and we're gonna go head-to-head with my
Head-to-head like
FN303,
this.
with my FN303
Nice.
first strike marker and this first strike pump cocker. So. We'll see who reigns supreme. We're gonna bunker each other with first strikes at 320. It'll be fun.
I'm gonna use the apex barrel and I'm gonna aim
Shoot
up.
over.
And
Yeah.
I'm
miss
gonna
me.
flatline him. I'm gonna actually have the flatline autococker also, and it's gonna be semi-automatic. So
So Nathan
looks pretty
said it
badass
messes
with
up the
the Apex.
rubber ramp. He tried it on a Hammer 7. So you might.
Well, we're
mess
still
it.
gonna have to do some testing. I
Yeah,
guess.
it's Dan's Apex.
This is
Predators.
expendable. I'm pretty sure Paul gave us this. Paul Shrek. So
It looks dope with the Apex on it.
we should see if the first strike will just fall right through here.
Well, go grab a first strike. Check it out.
Before.
While Dan is going and grabbing a first strike, we can update the people who didn't see the Facebook update on the small paint situation.
Yeah.
And for anyone who watched the stream last week, you remember that we tested some APX paint live on stream. And it measured at about 6.75 on the advanced and I don't know 6.72 to 7.7 on the rec grade.
Strike cakes.
So we messaged Mike came in and we messaged APX, telling them that it was still super small and that we weren't necessarily happy with it. And they sent us a couple pictures this week of a new run that they did where the advance was 6.84 to 6.87 and their precision was around 6.87 to 6.89. It wasn't cured yet, but once it is, we're gonna go pick it up and test it on stream, make sure that that it is good to go. But I thought it was pretty cool that within a week of us complaining to them directly about it, there's bigger paint. Now we had some other people message about some brands that seem to have larger bores overall. It seems like the the Valken, was it Infinity?
Redemption. Infinity Pro?
Redemption and
But
Graffiti are the ones
Graffiti,
that I've shot
there
that
you go.
always have a pretty
They
large.
said Graffiti has
Graffiti.
been around 6.87 nowadays. GI 4-star has been around 6.84 pretty consistently. The 5-star has also been around 6.84, but it's super brittle, so I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're playing pump. Some of the Valken lower end brands were super small, under 6.7.
Wanna sit down?
We had some confirmation that some of the Valken Fate was under 6.70. So we're starting to get, some actual. We're getting some numbers that, they obviously vary, but we're starting to figure out which paints are going to be the bigger paints, which are the smaller paints, who's changing up their brands. So hopefully we'll be able to definitively say what paint is the best, within a couple months of various testing. Let's see.
Throw it at the ground.
So Dan's pulling out some first strikes now, which he's going to see.
He's getting his calipers.
Yeah, we're gonna do some professional shit right now.
He's prying it
Dan's
open
doing
with a
professional
screwdriver
stuff.
right now.
While he's doing that, I'll show off this little
Yeah.
cool lever action rifle. Who made this one, Dan?
Jake and Brett. So it's a KL.
It's just a KL. It needs to be cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, the bolt O-rings have swollen tremendously.
Yeah, it's very hard to pump right now, but you'll see that's how it works. I would love to play this in game, so
Yeah, it's pretty fun to use.
Yeah.
It just feels natural too when you're actually playing with it. The rock. Typically I'm not a fan of rocking back.
Alright.
What's he doing over there?
He's eating boogers.
So, new title of today's stream is Booger Fest, and
Booger
we're all
Fest.
eating
This is
boogers.
best 2K17.
We're all
Steven
eating
Delgado
each
was
other's
asking
boogers.
about the Empire brands of paint. All we can kind of
Ooh,
say
they-
definitively
oh,
is
yeah,
that
they do make
Marbleizer is nowhere near what it used to be. It is arguably bad paint, so just don't buy Marbleizer. That's in my experience.
Marbleizer used to be like a really good paint.
Marbleizer used
Yeah.
to be the best. You wanted
Yeah.
Marbleizer.
Yeah.
You were pretty stoked if you got Marbleizer. Now it's like, hey, it might be 6.75 and it might be lumpy and it might have breaks and it might have dimples. So I wouldn't get that. The stuff for sure that I have
You're gonna,
liked
it's gonna go in
consistently
your
is
mouth
GI
and you're gonna
4.
swallow it.
And everyone I've spoken to says GI 4 star is solid.
Let's get some different calipers. This is bullshit.
Here, try
The
this.
other one's better
Try
than
this puppy
certified by
out.
the chief inspector. Oh, it's
So-
great. If you like a Rambo,
So Dan-
hands up, sucker!
Alright, we're back again. Give me that shit.
So here's a cool little auto mag to show off. This looks like it has a smart mag box.
Magic Box
Magic
by
Box.
Smart Parts. Okay, but first,
Before we talk about the mag, Dan's gonna
wait,
test
even
this
before that, do
first
we have any
strike.
comments, Paul?
Yeah, we
What's
have a comment from Nathan Naylog.
Yeah, what's Nathan
Nathan?
saying?
He's saying it's not your type of marker, Dad. Let me get it. No big deal.
Oh yeah, Nathan wants the X1P. Well, you could have used it on Sunday.
You have to fight me
Nathan.
for
Coulda,
it.
shoulda, woulda.
Yeah.
Only chance.
Nathan was there at Lynn's game with us, hanging out, talking old school.
Wow,
and,
Nathan, you didn't say hi to me.
Yeah.
Let's mess up.
No,
I didn't
you
say
didn't even
yeah.
say hi to us, Paul.
Paul and I were
So-
just kicking it. We were reffing, actually.
Yeah.
Umpiring, you mean?
Yeah, umpiring.
So shout out to Ionized Sports.
Yeah, we were
It's kind of funny. Going back really quickly to the Marbleizers, Lucas said, "Modern Marbs have ruined my memories of the amazing green paint I played with growing up." I think anyone who played with Marbleizers
Yeah.
back in the day shares that
Yeah.
sentiment. I would probably shoot white box over Marbleizers nowadays.
Damn.
This is basically
This
Straight
is
up.
coming from the Empire
Six-
sponsored
688.
player.
688.
GI
basically,
sponsored, and I
on
like
this.
the GI 4 and 5.
So the Apex is 688. Let's get a first strike.
There we go. So Ben is gonna bore out the first strike right now before we put it through the apex barrel.
It's essentially 6.8. 6.81. No, I mean the fins are actually a little bit larger. Oh no, the fins are okay at the ridges of the fins. They're about 6.8. No, they're smaller on the fins. 6. Would be easier with the digital calipers.
It's about 680, 682.
So the actual
Yeah.
ball is 6.81,
on the seam.
6.82.
On the
Yeah,
seam.
on the
The fin, the fin gets
The
a
fin
little
is-
thinner as you go down, and then it
yeah.
widens out at the end.
Oh, we have comments coming in.
Yeah,
Lineman Paintball. I think this is directed towards Benji.
yeah.
See, senor.
Do you love memes and you ready for the end of net neutrality?
So give us a net neutrality rundown, Benji,
Yeah.
because pretty soon, if you want to watch PBDnA, it's gonna be.
Well, I think
All
paintball
you guys
might be
need to know
outlawed.
about net neutrality is
It's
watch
over, right?
the head of the FCC.
Yeah.
Just watch his YouTube diss track against the opponents of net neutrality, and you'll see what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
And yes, I love paintball memes.
Did you watch that?
I've been trying to make some
Oh, no, I saw something about like.
paintball meme a day.
Things
I don't
you
know. I'm
said
kind of
you
running
need
out
to
of
do.
ideas, but
Yeah,
some
exactly.
of them people
Is that
have
what you're
liked, some
talking
of them
about?
are people are hating on.
I saw, like,
Oh
two
well,
posts,
meme
it's
life,
like,
baby.
Yeah, I just
Cringe.
stopped watching it. It was
It's
just
cringy.
like it's the definition of cringe. He's just like,
It's
hey
worse than Will
guys,
Keith.
hey guys, here's just the stuff you'll still be able to do. Take a snap of your food.
So we're kind of sorry, but probably in 6 months you're gonna need to like pay $3 for the BacciPaintball or the PBDnA live stream access.
No, you'll have to
Hey.
get paintball ISP.
Wait, is it actually going through?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Well,
It
they-
is.
You thought it wasn't.
No.
Where have you
They
been?
voted
repealed
today.
it.
Come on, dude.
The FCC repealed net neutrality. Now they're being sued.
Oh, and then they probably
sued all over the place. It's not actually going
Good.
into effect until mid-late 2018, but that's if they're not sued into oblivion before then.
They probably throttled all the articles about it so that Paul couldn't see.
So
Fuck.
basically,
That's why he did
Oh yeah,
that.
if you guys want to see some shady stuff about that FCC vote, go on. Darn, I'm forgetting the website, but there's a website you can go on to check if your name was used to fraudulently put a comment opposing net neutrality on the site, because there were two.
Connor's mom was actually talking about this
Yeah.
last night, and you might be wondering why was I hanging out with Connor's mom? Jorge's mom?
Because
That's why.
Dan loves
That's
cats.
Exactly.
No, 'cause
we're
we
at a
went-
cat fan club.
Yeah, because we had to go hiking and discuss paintball on our hike.
Yeah,
so.
we'd really bring
Let's,
up all
let's
the
talk
right
more about
topics.
paintball. I can't go about the FCC anymore. I'll blow a fuse.
Gene,
All right, put this
Gene,
through your apex.
Gene says he would like to make some levers, and he sells a shitload of Marbs and never had a problem.
Ooh. So
Maybe everybody's just scared.
if you want to see the neatest autococker lever, and this is at you, Gene, then you need to look at Arlen's lever, because when you came when you came to Bocce Mountain, I don't think Arlen was there, but he has a really cool sniper with a lever on it it's really neat, and it's pretty much the coolest, it's one of the coolest lever.
You have a
You
video
have a
on it
couple
on
of
YouTube,
videos,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, there are videos on
Yeah,
YouTube.
so if you want to see the lever
It's
sniper
awesome.
jump on
Yeah.
BacciPaintball,
It's like right in front of
Well,
his foregrip, or it is his foregrip.
It is
right?
his foregrip, so
It's like a knuckle.
a
It's
knuckle.
almost like brass knuckles, kind of.
Okay, so
here, give me the apex.
okay, here's the apex. So,
So here's
Ar-
the apex. Here's
but
the
hold that thought. So Arlen's sniper is you put your hand right here, and you actually lever it like this to pump it. because it's a sniper or
It's a pump cocker.
Doesn't he
it's
have
a
something
lever
else?
It's a lever cocker.
lever
He
cocker.
has some other cool stuff on it too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he made
I'm dropping it down.
He has a 12 gram.
Here.
He made
shootout.
so wait,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna hold this.
hold your
Yeah.
thought.
In
Let
the
your
stock,
ADHD
right?
subside for a second. So
It's
he
held.
made a 12 gram stock that's actually really cool. You actually turn the back of it. So instead of having a lever on it, you actually turn the back and it drops your 12 gram. I think that's
You
how
turn.
that
I thought you like push it into your shoulder and it pierces
Yeah,
it,
that's
right?
what I
It,
saw.
it does. It does do that. Oh, that's what it is. It's not turning. It's
Yeah,
It's
you like
angled.
angle it up so,
So-
when you shoulder it, you push it in.
Dan, maybe
And it pierces
or,
the
Paul,
so-
maybe you can pull up a picture of it.
so. I don't know if we have a
You have
video
a video. You do.
of the stock though.
Yeah, you do. I remember
I
seeing
think
it.
so.
Yeah. Well, you were there. I think
Look
when he
at-
had it.
Look up.
So it's actually like this, and your T-stock right here, it actually turns like this. So if you want to drop your 12 gram out, you hit it and you can drop it out, and then you put it up against your shoulder like this, and that's what actually pushes it. It would be like this. It actually pushes it closed, and it's a really cool concept that I
almost
made.
like a new age splat mask.
That's pretty.
Yeah. And actually, Arlen has made a lot of cool stuff. You should check out his Instagram, which, let me get the name of it. But yeah, he has a lot of cool stuff that he machines.
While
He has
Dan's pulling that up, we had about the older paint. A lot of people used to like the old premium paint. We're getting that from a couple people. A lot of people like the Pro Ball, but Charles Evans mentioned that the Pro Ball had a different count per case. Do you remember if that's true? Or was that back in the day when it was like more 2,500 per case?
Tasty. Dan keeps going for vape clouds.
I love the thing.
He's going for that.
I think Dan's
second
probably
one,
going to go pick out one of the old boxes of Pro Ball. I always liked the Chronic paint. What about you, Paul? What was your favorite
My
paint?
favorite
back in the
paint
day?
was the Chronic paint, the orange Chronic.
Did you ever try the Draxus paint?
Like California
Hellfire and Inferno?
Those are nice, but they're like freaking like $60.
They were expensive, but I did like
which was crazy.
I liked the flat box that they came in. You know, it was kind of like a laptop case that you got them in.
I still have a Draxus box, like a case. I don't know why I just have an empty box of Drax.
You
I
should
like
bring
the
that in next
design of Draxus.
So which ball is this?
So I thought I had a Pro Ball box, but it's actually a big ball box.
Big balls.
You like that spin move?
Yeah.
And
It's a good unboxing move.
Does it
Yeah.
say how many balls?
doesn't actually say how many balls, so that's it. But there are some O-rings. You can buy these O-rings on BacciPaintball.com.
Charles says that it might have been 1,800 per case instead of 2,000.
That's bullshit. I'm calling his bluff on that.
I don't remember Pro Ball having 1,800, but I don't know. It was a long time since I ever shot that.
So
Well, what did they used to be? Didn't it used to come in like 2 bags per case? I'm thinking of like way back in the mid.
I
90s
think
a
at
little bit.
some point I remember that, but that
And it
was
was that back when it was 2,500 balls a case, or was it still 2,000?
might have been 2,500. I feel like when I was first getting it at Pacific Paintball, which turned into Cap in like 97, 98, it was maybe 2,500. But
Yeah.
I think you played maybe even before that with your custom Pro Light.
Yeah, with my my custom modified Pro Light.
Jorge's custom
The
modifications.
Mike Jones Pro Lights.
Do you remember any paint back in the day that was specifically bad paint?
I think I only used field paint back then. So
Other
whatever they had.
than White Box and Monster Ball maybe from Walmart, was there?
Well, that would be
Bad
much
paint.
later.
Remember those
so
chocolate
I
balls?
guess Brad
This is all that they used to have.
That
I
was
remember
pretty
this, like
freaking
Big
bad
Five
paint.
and shit they had.
this
that.
is what the joke was to us. Like, if you got the Brass Eagle paint, then you're screwed, basically.
Yeah.
I
But
remember going into
Because
like
how many is it?
Big
Ooh,
Five
nice.
or Walmart, and it doesn't matter if it was like just stocked on the shelf. It had like 50 broken balls per 200. There was just oil and paint at the bottom, and it's just like
Yeah.
you would see kids come to the local field with these like 12 freaking containers of that, and you're just like every single container is so.
They should just start selling it like this again, so people don't need to buy pods. Come on, these.
So- Okay, so a couple things. I was gonna say Arlen's name on Instagram. It is SNR Knives, and
post it on the
SNR knives. We'll
yeah,
post it on
SNR
the chat.
Knives. Hey, trade spots with me, Paul.
So Dan's gonna
Give
post
Arlen
that.
some love.
We had a
Yeah.
question from Lucas Schopner. Hopefully I got that right. When you guys aren't at, it's not Benji Mountain, it's Bocce Mountain. That's Dan Bocce. Where do you play around in LA? are the fields damaged by the fires? He said he tried to visit some of the fields, but there was too bad traffic. So we normally go around and play with the SoCal stock group, and they bounce around from Jungle Island and Lake Elsinore to Ambush Paintball in Moore Park to Combat Paintball Park in Castaic, which is by Magic Mountain, and occasionally SE Village in Corona. Were there any fields damaged by the fires?
Possibly up in
down.
like Ventura and stuff. There might be some up around there.
I don't really think so. I know that some of the gun ranges that I had been going to with my dad burnt down, so that's unfortunate. But I know specifically the ones that I was worried about was Glensfield Ambush, which was in Moore Park, which is closer to a bunch of the fires. But he said that was safe, and that's actually where we're playing this weekend. So.
And I don't think
Benji's not allowed to go anymore. So.
Yeah, I don't think they have a field in Bel Air, so I don't think that fire got any of them.
Probably not.
But are you sure that there aren't any up in like Ventura, Santa Barbara? Are there any
only
around Santa Barbara?
There's one in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was touched. There's none in Ventura anymore. There's none in Oxnard. So.
Oh,
What is the field in Santa Barbara? Is it Gladiator?
No.
Gladiator. Wasn't it Urban Quest or Quest?
Well, there's the Gladiator is not in Santa Barbara. It's like an hour north, but I forgot the field's name. Yeah, it's in Lompoc.
No, I mean, I'm
Gladiator's
looking up. Oh no, this is Gladiator Massage, and that's in Santa Barbara.
Oh yeah.
That's the back room
I used
of
to
the
go there all the
7th
time.
Alright, even though Dan said to wait, I'm going to drop this first strike through the apex and see if it comes.
Don't let it fall on the floor, because we'll have to clean it up.
But
No,
there is a
it
field in
stopped
Santa
an
Barbara.
inch into the barrel. So.
Oh, really? Okay, so I'm going to just post Arlen's lever action. This one's for Gene. And Gene also has a comment directed at you, Benji. So if you're looking at the comments on YouTube, I'm going to post Arlen's lever action.
Okay, what's the question?
Don't tell them.
Nathan says Gladiator is in San Luis Obispo, which is
Yeah.
a good
Oh, yeah.
45 minutes, hour past Santa Barbara.
So yeah, I guess the
So,
Santa
that was
Barbara park I was
safe.
talking about is in Lompoc.
Okay, so I just posted
The one
Arlen's
that I remember
lever
being in
action.
Santa Barbara was, I think it was Urban Quest, but I don't think that's
That's
been
in
running for a while.
Ventura.
So Arlen's lever action video is posted on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on either, look at the comments and watch Arlen shoot his lever action. It's really
Yeah,
cool.
check that out.
It's-
It's really smooth.
Yeah, and
which
it's
is
something
awesome.
that I've never seen before. And he actually does have his 12 gram. Let's see, let me adjust this. He actually does have his 12 gram levers or his 12 gram stock in the.
Cheerios.
It came out sideways.
Ah.
It hit the left finger instead of the right. So.
It's gonna be fun to shoot. So he
Yeah.
does have his lever changer stock or his T stock, his 12 gram T stock in the video. So you can see that. So here is Gene's comment. Benji. Gene says, Benji, when I see you again, we need to talk paint. There is so much you are not understanding about paint when it is purchased at the store level. So Gene does have a perspective that's going to be different than Mike Hinman and Alex at APX
Right.
because he is running a store.
However, we did speak with. Oh, I don't know if you did, but I spoke with various store owners about them getting paint, and the consensus was that a lot of them couldn't actually get bigger paint because the guys supplying it weren't offering it, or because they're ordering it from China or Taiwan or Mexico or whatever it is. It's on a boat for a month or two before it got to them, and then once they got it, you can't really send it back. So I understand there's like quality control issues. I hope he has something else to add that I don't know, but it just seems to me like in the past we were able to get consistently good paint all around, and now that's not the case. So, tell me why that difference is, and help me figure out how to fix that. Because I'm just not content with accepting that paint is shitty nowadays across the board. With there being some standouts, like it should be good all across.
So, Paul, I don't know if you already said this question. Relentless Paintball says, and this is on YouTube, I have an
That's Joey.
old...
Joey said it's San Luis Obispo. I said San Luis Obispo. I've just been watching too much Louis C.K. So.
Slow. So, Relentless Paintball says, I have an old PM5 and the trigger keeps getting stuck. Any suggestions to fix it? Please help!
Just clean it. Really.
Clean it! There you go.
The only reason for a PM5 trigger to get stuck is there's grease on either side of the trigger or old paint dried in there. you really should just take it apart, clean it, and you should be good to go.
So if he was to take it apart, are there any other things he could do while he has the trigger part? Could he put a critical trigger in it? Are there critical triggers for that, and what are the benefits of a critical trigger?
Yeah, I mean, you could put a critical trigger there in there if you want, if you can find one. Which, I mean, they do pop up on eBay in the forums every now and then.
Could he hit up Could he hit up you? Do you have any of those?
I might. I'll have to double check, but I probably have a PM6 critical trigger, but
Not a PM5 though, because he has.
it's
PM5.
it's not really necessary if you just want it to work. You know, a critical trigger is a significant upgrade. It's the ergonomics of the trigger, of the way the trigger swoops is amazing. The magnets inside just make it snappy, short. It's just a superior trigger, but he should be able just to clean his trigger and get that usable quick enough.
There you have it, Relentless Paintball. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions. Not that I've seen. We have 10 minutes left to stream, so if you guys have questions, get them out.
All right, Shane says, Evos or Revenges? All day Evos.
I'd have to go with both.
Where are you even seeing these? Like, I'm not even
Facebook.
seeing.
You gotta refresh it.
Oh, you gotta refresh it? Oh.
Yeah,
I don't know how
like-
to use Facebook, I guess.
You know, maybe Revenges are a bit lighter than Evos, but I don't know. Evos are just so consistent. I like the flat look on them. You know, it doesn't have crazy milling. It just shoots nice and it's consistent. And you know, just thinking about their Bell Sales quality control, if they had a body that had a nick in it in the wrong place or it wasn't perfect, they tossed it and they took a new one out. So I'm not sure. I don't know about AKA's quality control. I just know that that was something that people touted about Bell Sales.
I mean, AK is well known for producing like very high quality products, and that's why their guns retain the high value that they have.
Exactly. I just don't know if they ever made that claim that we toss out something that is something less than perfect.
I mean,
obviously. Yeah, they're very high quality.
Yeah, they probably make sure there's not blems. One thing that I can point out is that I'm not a huge fan of Revenges because I'm not really into the inline trigger linkage and just the overcomplication of the front block. Anytime where you have to have your banjo going into, or where you have your LPR going into your banjo, that's not my favorite thing.
I was definitely thinking just about my various pumps, pump versions, but I mean, additionally, I think it's easier to clean in Evo. At least the older body styles. You know, the Revenges look awesome because they have some pretty cool milling, but you know, for someone who gets their guns dirty as much as I do, it's just extra cleaning.
Well, really, if you're going to compare a Revenge to an Evo, you have to be looking at most likely the 2K Evos, right? Like, what are those called? The
Evo X.
The Evo X's, exactly. And I think you even mentioned that earlier. But like, you probably wouldn't compare them to the older body style because
Even the Evo X is still a pretty basic body style.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still like Revenges. I have a couple, but I still prefer.
Are they Revenge
to play.
1s or Revenge 2s?
I mean, I've had, you know, probably 10 Revenges over time, but the ones that I have now, I have one left, which is a Revenge 2. I sold a Revenge 1 last year, but
I've had a few Revenge 1.5s.
Hey Jorge,
Yes.
James O'Clair was watching. I don't know if he still is, but
Hi, Miss.
If he is, do you have anything you want to
say? Shang, James.
Do you want to challenge him?
switch spots to show off.
Yeah,
a couple
James,
of
I
other
want to
things
challenge
brought out.
you to a paintball off
Here.
at Bocce Mountain,
This stealth is pretty
summer
freaking
2018. And I think we should probably go through some of this gear that we have laid out on the bed, huh?
Awesome. Yeah. Any other questions?
We have 10 minutes left on the
Ask
stream.
away.
Well, it's already 8:45. Right now it's 8:50. So
Ooh.
Rosette said she's going to be back at 10, so as long as we're done at 9, we're probably not going to die. Or you guys won't die.
I don't want to
You-
die.
I will still die, most likely.
Dan,
Well, everybody's gonna
what do you
die
think the
eventually.
differences
There's
are
no-
production number wise between the Evos and the Revenges?
I don't know.
I mean, really, you can't. The only evolutions that are, as far as I know, serialized specifically to the run of evolutions are the last of the Millennium ones, which there's only 25 of. and then Eric made that copy also, which looks pretty genuine. But there's only 25 of those. But any other evolutions are not going to be, I don't believe, numbered to the evolutions. They just have the Autococker or the WGP serial number on them.
So maybe we'll have
The sniper serial number. You would call it a sniper serial, right? Because it started with the sniper ones.
I'd say if it was on the same serial number lineage.
So that means
then
we'll
I would just
probably
call it
have to
sniper.
message the guys at Bell Sales to get production numbers.
Yeah, I mean, with a Revenge, you could probably look at the serial number.
Because it's serial numbered for Splat Attack.
Yeah,
or
I think the
Revenge.
bodies are SA, which is Splat Attack.
Right.
But I don't know if the Revenge 1 and the Revenge 2s share the same line of serial numbers. I don't know. I don't know enough about that to really say anything, I guess.
Right. But, I mean...
Jack says your video stream keeps stopping.
Seems pretty solid. Shane says there are more Evos. Yeah, there's the early Evos, which are around 94, which is the flat gray body, gray and black.
Yeah.
Then you have the Evo X's, which the pre-2K, or there's like two Evo X body styles. One is right feed and one is center feed. The right feed ones were pre-2K, the center feeds were post-2K. And that's, I think, it for Evos. There's, 3 versions? Of
There's
the
also the style that was made for Marcus Davis of the Predators, which, only a few of that style were made.
Yeah.
I've seen a silver and I've seen a green.
And definitely the early Evos in the past have been the cheapest to get. I think nowadays you're paying $700-800 for one of those.
I mean, the early ones, I think, if they don't have the angry frame, are still maybe $500-600. No?
Not anymore.
Any
It's-
feedback
it's
on that?
pretty
Paul, you
much-
have an Evo. You have your Sparta engraved one, right?
Yes, it's
Right.
a 98 Evo.
It's because
98.
the Evo X's, even the right feeds now are 1,000 plus. The vert feeds are 1,200-1,300. It's almost like Predator. Well, Predators are, the old school Predators are 1,600-ish now. So everything's gone up lately.
Evo I have came out of polymer frame.
Yeah. So, Dan, you want to show off that stealth at all?
Not really. I mean, we talked about it before. Here's the Lapco Stealth. And is anyone else complaining about the string quality? No? Okay, so here's the Lapco Stealth. This is engraved Lapco Stealth on this side. It's engraved Bill Feeney's cannon over here. Has the date of 9/1/90. This would have been right around the time that Colin Thompson moved to San Diego to work at Paintball Connection. And also, I want to highlight this shirt that came from Ron King.
Is that a barbarian?
It is. Well, so
Oh, it's a lumberjack.
according to Ron, there is a specific character for each leg of the Great Western series. I guess you wouldn't say leg, each stop in the Great Western series. And I believe Joe Comstock is the one who illustrated this. Joe played on Havoc, then he played on Sudden Death. He actually talks about his tournament, or his second place win at the 1989 Masters against the Lord of Disciplines in a video on the YouTube channel. But he also illustrated the Airgun Design logo. He illustrated the WGP logo. He made the Ironman Shield logo, and he did he did a newer logo for GBD. I don't think he did the older logo for GBD, but I think maybe he illustrated the shirt. I don't know. He would have
So
to
who do
correct
we
us.
have on this? I think we have Davy Crockett, right?
Here, Dan,
Daniel
face
Boone.
the stream a little bit more.
Daniel Boone,
Paul
Bocce
Bunyan.
Boone, Paul Bunyan, Rambo.
No, this is a gang member, a
No, it's
gangbanger.
Rambo.
And there's like
The other one's
So this-
big.
This is
there's like a Spanish mobster on the right.
no, this is probably Southwest right here. This is like I don't know. Maybe this would be
That's the
San Diego.
Jorge's, maybe.
What's up?
The Jorge's.
The Jorge's probably. This is like San Diego.
Rambo.
This is I think this is he says I love LA, so
It's gotta be West Coast.
but then maybe this would be like I don't know where the
Texas.
Santa Barbara.
Yeah, it could be Texas.
but would Great Western have I think there maybe there was a Great Western tournament in Texas. I'm not really sure, but yeah, probably Washington and Oregon maybe. So anyway,
Yeah.
Ron can fill us in. I tried to get him to do a video on this shirt, and he said, "Oh no, you can talk about it better than me." Well, obviously, I'm not talking about it better than Ron
So
could.
Steven wants to know more about Connor's shirt, and then Nathan wants to know where are you getting all these shirts? Are you reprinting them? No, Dan.
Dumpsters.
Dan, he
In the
looks
dumpster.
through dumpsters mostly and finds a bunch of these, but no, you know, Dan takes the time to go interview the people who started the sport and who, you know, made the guns, made the tournaments, and you know, sometimes they've held on to some cool stuff. They've held on to shirts, they've held on to patches and stuff, and you know, they know Dan's the guy who's going to appreciate it. And,
But with the shirts, it's really like I just buy too many of these like old shirts that I then list on my website and nobody buys. So if you guys want old shirts, there is, you know, there probably are like 30 or something on.
Call
Bocce
dibs on this
Paintball.
shirt.
So if you
it's
want
already
one of those
sold
out
to me.
shirts,
Do you have more of these?
jump on BacciPaintball.com.
I don't have a lot of doubles. I
You
don't
can
think I have
pick
doubles in
one
this
up.
one. This is a really cool shirt though. So this is National
Yeah,
Paintball
this is my
Supply.
National Paintball
So-
Supply shirt.
Face the stream.
If we don't have it, you're probably in the wrong
Okay,
game.
So here we go. We have a Vector right here with, it looks like an Indian Springs loader. The Vector was distributed by National Paintball Supply, so that's why this war-crazed or paintball-crazed player is actually holding a
He's
Vector.
a trick shotter.
Trick shotter. He
Yeah.
actually has a PGP on his belt with some, actually on his leg with some 12 grams. He has a National Paintball Supply patch. And I don't know what mask that would be. What do you think, Jorge?
I think that's a Scott mask.
Yeah, it does actually look like a Scott mask. There
It
were
does.
the Scott green masks
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
pretty sure that's what it is. And remember, if we don't have it, you're in the wrong game.
Yeah. Also, his head is completely red, so I think he's either a tamale or a red pepper man, or he's just so sunburned like me whenever I go outside.
This racist shirt.
Yeah,
This is racist, Daniel.
Maybe we can actually have a show just showing off some of the old shirts.
Yeah,
Since
we
people
could- we
Oh,
could do
like
that.
fashion show? Paul,
Yeah.
Paul doing fashion
Paul
show?
could be like, just like strutting his
He's got
stuff.
those high cheekbones.
Paul was actually wearing this, which we've showed before. This is a Bob Long jersey.
Bob Oblong.
But
So-
Bob Long, but Paul decided to take it off because he wanted to show his cool. What does that even say? I can't even read
This is
it.
meta,
This
dude.
is meta, dude.
Oh, dude, meta. Okay, so
And we've definitely been peppering in, you know, old school shirts and jerseys and hats over the various shows, but we have enough to, you know, between all of us to have a show dedicated to this stuff if you guys want to see that.
okay, so let's switch over. Do you know how to switch to the GoPro? Do you
Yeah.
wanna jump on that? I just want to show off some of these components for Andre's hot rod build. Andre's MIA. I think he might have KO'd.
Well, I thought the purple gun was his hot rod build. I thought he finished
Yeah.
it.
Hot rod build finished.
Complete.
Scene 2.
Ralph Camden
Okay,
purple.
so here we go. We got some new parts for Andre's hot rod build. This is gonna be the hot rod mask build. So for here, you want some popcorn?
Is that really popcorn?
Yeah, it's popcorn. Benji won it.
Really?
Give me some of that
And this
popcorn.
charity game?
Yeah, Lynn's charity game. Popcorn. See that?
Joey says that if we need any models, the, you know, mediums will look at his tube tops on them.
Oh, if we need
Show off
models,
that
we'll walk
sexy
over
belly.
to Seventh Veil.
We also
Um,
have like a stream of homeless people walking by the apartment who can model them off too.
Okay, so here's a couple parts for
Jack,
Andre's
I
hot
think
rod
it's
build.
just you having the stream stoppages. We're not getting it from anybody else. Anybody else having our streams stop, stuttering, anything like that?
Okay, so really quick, here's a fan. As Jorge has said, you would connect a 9-volt to this that you hold in your mouth, turn it on, shock your tongue, cool down.
Shock your tongue, keep
Wait,
it
is
up.
that really how that would work?
Yeah.
Yeah, here is a ghost ring sight that is made from a 12 gram. Okay, switch us back to the other string.
That's for the hot rod build. Well, what about the goggles?
Show
Those-
them goggles off.
You can't wear these because they are deteriorating.
Those, the Z-Leader, the bug mask.
Oh.
That's the OG.
The
Oh,
bubble.
I remember
That
those.
was the first mask I ever
when
purchased.
I got my custom pro light back in the day. I remember that, you know, you could get a paintball package, and they came with like either the Scott or the JT goggles, I think, and then you could pay to upgrade to these bad boys, which was fucking awesome. Because look at that field of view, man. You come at me from the side.
What are they called? The Brass Eagle 280?
I thought they were the Z something. Z leader.
Well, Z Leader was like the brand that Brass Eagle purchased to make these goggles, but the
Might have
actual,
been the 280.
I think it's the 280 or the 270.
I remember. I think the replacement goggles were expensive on it.
Yeah, so that was actually the first mask I ever bought with my first, what was it,
They're actually pretty
E99 or
comfortable.
something. But I
They're
found
bad.
out recently that those never passed the ASTM
Yeah.
inspection, and actually,
Look
if you
good.
if you got shot at the exact right
Oh, it's
point,
real good. You already punched.
right there, right, to the left or the right of the nose, it would just crack and you could potentially get shot through the lens into your face.
Wow.
So those are illegal now. Don't use them. Definitely not.
Outlawed.
I'm gonna wear them at the charity
Outlawed.
game.
Jorge, can you tell us a little bit about the Mastermind?
Yeah, this is the Mastermind, not Mastermind. Mastermind. And
Paul,
Master-
take your
you
seat
wanna
back.
do-
Mastermind?
Mastermind.
Show us how to use it
You load.
by miming.
Okay, so you load this.
You can't touch it. You're a mime.
Can he talk?
Nope.
So he loads his paint in there.
Go.
He unscrews that side and he puts his 12 gram in. Okay, screws it back on. Then he digs a hole. He's digging a hole. He places this in the hole. And then he takes his tripwire and he attaches it around a tree. Okay, he puts it around a tree. And then an opponent's walking through and trips over it. Do they trip or do they just trip the mine? They fall into the hole. Okay, they fall into the hole. And then a tiger. Oh, it's a tiger trap, so they get the bungee things that go through them. That's a game ender right there. You've heard of the game changer. This is the game ender.
No, so you just fill it up with paint,
Yeah.
put a 12 gram in there, and then
Hey,
your
here's my
fire
phone,
blows
Paul.
it off.
So Dan and I have so far had zero luck using paintball mines. We tried-
Paintball mimes?
Have you used it before?
We've had
Paintball
pretty good
mime.
luck with the paintball mime right now, though.
Yeah, good luck with the paintball mime. We tried using one at one of the SoCal stock events and it just did not work.
That was the Tipman. The Tipman Black. What was it called?
Booby bomb.
The Booby Bomb. Booby Bomb, Paul?
Booby.
Baba Booey, Baba Booey! How inserts penis, Baba Booey!
So,
It's a buoy bomb.
Here, Dan, show this thing off.
Okay,
a lot
so
of people like the double barrel, and this is one of the sickest ones there are.
this is the absolute coolest double barrel. This
Is that
is
Never mind.
the
Go ahead.
first double barrel semi-automatic. So this is Hugo. And this is likely the second semi-automatic with a two-directional ram that Glenn started. The ram's right here underneath. And it's likely the third or fourth that he finished. It was commissioned by Danny DeBone in late '89 and finished, according to Danny, in February or March of '89. Glenn and Danny have different opinions on when it was finished, though. I think Glenn said it was finished earlier. It originally had longer barrels. The barrels were cut down, and it was originally black, and it was powder or nickel plated while Danny was working at Palmer's. It also has the first example of the removable rock, so you can see the rock is actually hard lined into the valve here. It's just
It's a pretty
insane.
long gun as is, so it's
How long were the
interesting to
barrels
think
before?
about how long those barrels must have
Yeah.
been.
They were longer. I don't know exactly how long, but you have to think that the other semi-automatics that Glenn was making were rifles. So, with the rifle you have a long barrel.
So you would run this on a 12 gram?
You could run it on a
Get like
12
3
gram.
shots off?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Juice was out of battery.
Have you
What's
ever
that?
Juice was out of battery.
GH4's out of battery. And that might be the end of our stream because I don't know if I have another battery here anywhere. Actually, I do have one more battery, but it doesn't have a lot of power.
Okay,
Change to our
so
GoPro. Paul?
give us 1 second. Dan's
Are
gonna
we on the
change
GoPro?
the battery.
Show something on the
Alright,
GoPro,
show.
guys.
Go on the GoPro for now. So Dan's changing the battery on the GH4.
Show them how that breech comes out on the Phoenix, Benji.
Let's see if I remember how to do it.
Oh, you got this, Benji.
Okay. Is that showing up? Which
Are we
way?
back on?
Here's the, this is what it is.
Okay, good to go. Okay, so here is
Yeah.
the Phoenix.
Okay, go back to the GoPro then.
I've actually never taken apart the Phoenix, so I'm just gonna start taking pieces off, and we'll see we'll see what comes out.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Dan,
Alright,
I have
use
no
your
idea
thumb,
what I'm doing.
Use your thumb screw
Yeah.
and screw it in there. Don't cross thread.
Okay.
And then it turns into a rotary machine gun.
Oh.
Now you can pull your breech out.
So you pull it down and then pull the breech out.
You don't have to pull it down. You just pull it straight out. Pull from your thumb screw.
Pull this.
Yeah.
Ah,
There you go. There's your breech. Show your hole in your breech. Show the hole in your breech. Your white cylinder. That's your breech right there. The ball falls in there. It's like a two-directional trigger pull. You pull it back. The actual cylinder rotates up. Okay, so
it starts off being with the cylinder facing the barrel. You pull the trigger, it fires immediately, and then it springs up, or it rotates so that it's facing the actual feed. A ball falls in, and then when you release your trigger, it cycles back down, rotates back down, and then you're ready to do the cycle again. And typically the reg overpressurizes, so it's going to shoot at 400 feet per second, and the balls break, and
What could you get, like
So you're saying
10,
it's a
15
pretty
balls per
awesome
second
gun.
of that?
All right, Paul, you can go back to that.
you're lucky if you can shoot 2, because the trigger pull is extremely rough.
We're gonna need
Rough and ready.
we're gonna need to bring out an ice epic to one of these and show how that works. Since
I'm not going to air
What's
up
this?
my eyes.
What's that?
we don't need to air it up, but
Which
I want
one?
to show how the trapdoor system
There,
works.
this autococking sniper.
So tell us what it says, Jorge.
Well, this is the personal vendetta.
Say it again.
The personal vendetta.
Personal Vendetta autococking sniper.
And this is for the Canadian factory team, Wargames products. It's serial number 27235, or 335. I have 27334 actually, which is one better. But it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
So this
It's
is
cool.
this is
crowd.
an autococker made for the amateur team Personal Vendetta, and the team Personal Vendetta had these made from Bob Long in 1996, I believe. And they competed with them at the 1996 World Cup. It's actually notched on the top for an arms and sight here. It actually has full-blown grip panels that say Personal Vendetta with the Canadian flag. They're painted black on this one, but you know the paint comes off. Also full-blown shroud, so pretty cool.
Is that the original back block?
It's not the original back block, but from what I've seen, these are the back blocks that they actually competed with. These
Yeah,
are
really?
Pro-Line back blocks, and I think it's because the Bob Long back blocks that came with these, Mark Gong can most likely correct me, but I would imagine these came with cage back blocks, and they probably replaced them with a back block that was compatible with a beaver tail, just so they could be sure that they would be compatible at the World Cup and, you know, be tournament legal.
Did you have to have a beaver tail to be tournament?
Well,
legal
you
or
had to
something,
have
or
some
what?
kind of cage around your cocking rod
So you
because,
didn't-
well, no, I
Flasher.
guess some people have said that you can actually, if you're cocked back, you can actually thumb it like that to get a higher velocity shot because your hammer is going to be striking your valve with even more velocity. And I've never tried that. Have you ever tried that, Benji?
Like if you really don't like somebody.
Have not tried it.
Okay, we better end our stream because
Before we do that, we had one more question about the automag that we showed for a second. They wanted to know how the Magic Box works or how it was supposed to work, which is more accurately the case. The Magic Box did not work.
Well, actually the Magic Box, it did work, but you had to be
Not
using
in the
a,
way it was
not
explained.
well,
to
not
you.
in the way that it was marketed, but in the way that Smart or the All Americans and some other teams used it. It
Right.
did have some added effects.
And
That's
explain
the
how
Magic
they use
Box?
it differently, because most people, if they bought a Magic Box mag, there functionally was no difference. So how did the All Americans change it?
So I can't really comment on that because I think that Mark Gong will be upset that I shared his secrets because he was acting like, oh, it's, you know, such a secret, we can't
Hush,
share
hush.
this.
Okay, we're gonna have to get the okay from Mark Gong to divulge his secrets, and if we get the okay, we'll talk about it next stream a little bit
Yeah.
more.
So as you can see, the 3.5 ounce tank is just put on as an expansion chamber, so it's just added volume. And really, you know, if you're using the Magic Box in the standard way, it's just going to be a added volume chamber just to kind of keep liquid out. And this should, let's see, we actually don't want it to have a dip tube because we want, actually it should have a dip tube because the liquid, I would think that the liquid would come in here and go straight down to the bottom, and then the actual Cooper T ASA should pull from the top. So liquid to the bottom, air pulled from the top. That's actually how the Lapco systems are that Colin Thompson made. But yeah, you can see the Magic Boxes right here. Some of them had stickers. This one doesn't have a sticker. This one also has.
This one's also polished up. Most of them were
Yeah.
black.
You can
This-
always add a sticker.
This one either has RG or
Sticker gives it the
AG
extra.
on the underneath the trigger guard right here, and I thought, hey, maybe it's Adam Gardner, you know, for AG of the All Americans, but you know, probably not.
Aaron Gonzalez as well.
or it could be Rick Gonzalez if it was RG.
Yeah.
There's really infinite possibilities, but it's
So Ron King is saying they put CO2 in the HPA tank, and it's like he thinks that's the secret, and that wasn't it. So we'll have to.
that's part of it. But
It's kind of similar, but it's not really.
I mean, really, when you say that's part of it, that's giving it away. Because
Not really.
yeah, kind of is because the CO2 was part of it.
Zip it.
So anyway,
Zip it.
yeah, there you go. What is that? It? Are we calling it?
I
Is
think
our
that's
audio
it.
still going?
What about the? It's
Yeah.
okay, I'm a lawyer.
Oh, okay. So this
What
one,
is that?
this is a Lapco Gray Ghost.
Right.
and-
Who's the lawyer?
So let's see. I'm trying to remember what his name is.
Trust me, I'm a lawyer.
Trust me, I'm a lawyer.
I was thinking it's okay, I'm a doctor.
Okay, so this came from one of the players out of. He was a player on the Splat Aces. His name was Patrick Brown, maybe, out of Canada, and I bought a Palmer's Pursuit Shop Tornado from him, and the Tornado.
I've been selling some stuff to a Patrick Brown from Canada, so maybe it's the same.
I don't think it's the same guy, but could be, but I don't think it is. It also that I could be wrong on his last name, but anyway, I bought a semi-automatic Grey Ghost converted to a semi-automatic from Palmer's from him, and it came with 2 bodies and a couple grip frames. And this was one of the grip frames. Trust me, I'm a lawyer. I don't know if he was actually a lawyer, but Colin Thompson would have custom engraved that on the rail. And that's just another example of a custom engraving. So these both have custom engravings on the rail. Paul, can you switch us to the GoPro Pro for a second? Is that visible somewhat? Not really. But yeah, you can see Trust Me, I'm a Lawyer and Bill Feeney's Cannon. And on the other side, you can see Lapco Stealth and the Grey Ghost.
Cool.
So go back to the main view.
So we're pretty much done streaming for today. We're going to try to do some live streaming via the GoPro on Saturday of us shooting the mag-fed pump cocker. We're also going to take a bunch of video to, I guess, edit and post during the week of Dan and I going head-to-head with his first strike cocker and my first strike right control marker. So it should be pretty cool, and we're going to update you guys on the paint. We're possibly going to shoot the new APX paint this Saturday, but I might need to wait until the next week if it has to cure still. And yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on paint that we should try out to test different bore sizes and consistency, let us know. If you want us to bring some different clothing or equipment to show off on stream, let us know.
Oh, I just got a request.
We're here
I
for
just got a
you.
request actually. They someone requested that at the gift game if we can fill this with first strikes and try to get Sunny with it.
So we actually have a shout out for Jorge. Thunderwear gloves for the win.
Thunderwears, yeah.
Everybody likes Thunderwear. Let me see that shirt again, Jorge.
Without Thunderwear, it's like I forgot my underwear. That was their slogan, right? Their tagline.
I think it was actually.
I'm
All right.
overheated now. Gotta fan myself.
If you have a battery, you can double cool down.